Hello. Hi, May. Morning. We are gonna just wait 10 minutes. No, sorry, 5 minutes for people to come in. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just we have 5 minutes buffer, so if you can, yeah, you have the time to take a cup of coffee if you like, take some water with you. Saturday morning, so people might be a bit slower, to come in. If you're based in Singapore, I see now a big cloud coming in through my, yeah, you can see through my window. I would say that it's a very sunny day, but mm, we know that weather might change quite drastically from one day to 1 hour to another, actually. I'm also quite happy to see there are familiar names. May, you were with us Thursday. Hi, Shalom, Lim. Hi, Michelle. I'm looking a bit higher because I have two screens, and my presentation is the bottom screen, but the you guys, I can see you slightly higher. So it seems that I look a bit higher. Yeah, my have seen my daughter here. Okay, guys, 10:05. I didn't want to also to chat so much this time, we have, I think we have, okay, we have just three we can start sharing our experiences first. Tell me, guys, do you want to share something in the beginning that you would like to tell me where, I don't know, where you're coming from, like what are you, not coming from in terms of country, but what's your expectation for today, or if you're already a bit like familiar with website optimization, if you would like to just say something on the chat box here on the on a Zoom chat box will be helpful. Okay. If not, we can just start. Okay. Okay, Michelle, good. I can see. So Michelle, you're just interested to know more, build your own website next time. Very good. Michelle, I don't know if you were part of the webinar we did on Thursday, where we really were teaching how to build a website in a bit more than 5 minutes, I would say. Oh, yes. Okay. May, want to build your own? Very good. It's not so difficult. And Shalom, yes, you want to learn how to optimize your employee new website. Very good. Okay, guys. So today, let me tell you. So today we are not showcasing tools to actually build a website when we talk about the technical aspect and the design aspect. We don't do it today. But we have done it last Thursday, and next week we actually do 2 hours quick foundation for this. What we are going to look today is to actually see what will make a website truly a memorable and a pleasant experience for your audience. Also for you guys that you might don't have a website now, these tips I'm going to share with you are, you have to keep it in mind the moment you're going to build it. So you already know where to focus your attention while making a website, while making certain decisions, because you know already what are the crucial parts, let's call it the crucial, let's call it pieces that this website might should have to be extremely like a good winning website. Okay, that's the most important thing. Even if you don't have anything right now, just really collect as much information as you can. Then this presentation will be also live for you to watch it again anytime you want. And yeah, we see along the way how to do it. Okay, let's start, guys. 10:08. I think we are good to go. Okay, so again, how are you? I'm Martina. Some of you already know me. I'm a visual and user experience designer. I've been in Singapore for more than 12 years now, and I will be guiding you today. I'm representing Hatch, that is a digital media agency that will help you to really find true and shine characteristics and make your service exactly resonating for an audience you want and you have. Okay, so if you want to just connect with me, through LinkedIn, this is my QR code, and we can chat even further outside this webinar. Okay, and I was saying, so Hatch Media House, I don't know if you're aware of it, is another hand of Hatch, right? And is a design and marketing agency, partner with, again, what I said before, small organizations, slightly bigger in case, and they're gonna partner to journey they navigate through the digital world. They're gonna amplify their presence and create resonance with their communities, right? Doesn't have to be $1 million business. Even like a nice, small, I used to say small business with a heart is important to be taken care. And even if the audience is just 1,000 people interested in what you're doing, those people needs to be well taken care of. And we know how to do it in the next hours together. Okay. So when we talk about website optimization, do you guys know more or less what to expect? Because we already rule out that it's not design, it's not putting up together a website. We're not talking about visuals today, but what do you think is optimization? Do you want to answer in the box? How you see we're gonna optimize something? In this case, the website. You think we are gonna make it more colorful? Okay, I can see an answer. SEO, SEM, correct? Correct. We are not gonna make it, of course, more shiny, more sparkle, or with more advertisement placed on it. No, but we are gonna see exactly what's behind. We're gonna see the website audience. We're gonna see the CEO. We're gonna see some also practical design marketing strategies to see immediate improvements, because it doesn't really, put more marketing, more advertisement on the website might not be exactly the right idea. In the same way, putting, I don't know, more colorful and bigger images and stuff the website with videos might also not be a good idea to attract more audience. What is also important to understand, we're going to see later, is define the right audience. Because yes, volume is important, but we want the right volume to reach our services, right? So this session, guys, will keep you with ways to approach building, optimizing the website with confidence. Again, we're going to share free tools, four free tools that you immediately test right after these presentations to start to understand who are the people that are actually using the website, or if you don't have it yet, what people are usually looking for when are approaching a website. Okay, I can see on the messaging, on the chat, that people, yes, you talk about that we're going to learn about optimization is about SEO, SEM, to gain more visits, traffic on the website. Yes, try to find some hooks, something like that, to get people interested and attract the correct audience. Exactly, very good, mate. Correct audience and engagement. Exactly. Okay, this is made that some of you might have been part of the webinar we did last Thursday, and this website optimization goes really hand in hand when we think how to design a landing page, right? One single landing page that is different from your the homepage or your website, because it's really targeting specific audience, selling specific services. Okay. And also to that, we can attach the optimization only to this single landing page, not the full website. Okay, it's the same approach we can apply. Okay, let's go next. So what we're gonna explore today, guys, exactly what you say. We're gonna see tailored website aesthetics and functionality for user preferences. We're gonna see why user will digest something in easier way rather than other visuals tricks. We're going to see some strategies for creating engaging and search engine friendly content. That's important. And we're going to see 4 free tools. For example, maybe most of you knows Google Analytics for data-driven decision making. I'm gonna underline, I would say, stress out a bit this point that we need data to make a decision. And what website optimization will give us is a way to extract data and read the data. Data will give us the informations to understand what people likes and dislike on our website. And of course, based on these data in this research, we are gonna improve, correct? Let's say provide a better experience without being without being shooting in the dark. We are not tracking. Data will give us exactly the answer where to focus our effort on our marketing campaigns. Okay, so one of the most important thing is to set a primary goal for your website. Okay, so why your website is there? Okay, of course, might have a product presentation. It might be there to sell a service, to yeah, I'm thinking about actually most of the time is to present something, is to make aware that you have something ready for your audience to experience, to purchase, to try, to download, anything, right? But first of all, try to understand which are your target audience. For who are you designing these window, let's call it like this. Even it could be also window shopping. For who you are designing this website, for who you are designing this showcase. Think about it. So depending which kind of people you have research of that might be your perfect user, then you know what they are looking immediately on your website. So always imagine, research or create through some user research technical skills, who are your audience, okay? Think of the type of people that you want your attention. So people might come from different value systems, right? Again, for something that for me is extremely important and crucial in a product might be not extremely important for another person. So we need to understand which are the people that we actually value for having them on our website, okay? Second point is hook, okay? We have to think what might catch their attention and get them curious, right? So think about something that will keep them engaged, will keep them on your website, not to keep scrolling like a doom scrolling, you know. We're talking about what will feed their attention, what they find it valuable to be there. It might be something that is educational, something they don't know and they want to learn. You might think that you are creating a solution for a problem, an issue they have. Think how you can catch them in a way that maybe the people are coming back. So I don't know if also happens to you, but we have, let's say, a very quite short attention span. So we might get hooked immediately to a very like bright and big sentence, like, I don't know, how to become a millionaire in 7 steps. So, you know, might be like, whoa, let me see that. Okay. But then while browsing, our attention change. We see the value because the website might give us a bit of tips on, okay, not to be a millionaire, but how to be smarter on our work decision, spending time more wisely and so on. But we don't have the time to spend there, right? So we might come back later. What we need to figure out why people might come back to check our services again, and be aware of what we are doing on our website, okay? Think what is the hook, what makes the curiosity spark to look at the website first, and then give them something for them to come back. We are not talking about the sales, but we are talking about the journey that your audience will take. They might not be able to take the full journey immediately, but we need to give them enough how can I say, services, or enough food for thoughts, enough fuel to stay, catch your attention, and then make us the website remembered, and then for them to come back. Okay, but we're gonna pass through this comeback idea later. So usually people need to have their attention like captured in the first 3-5 seconds. Try to maybe keep a look into your behavior next time to see how these things might be, right? Okay. Last point is takeaway. So think on what they would like to remember you for. Why, rather than why coming back, also why they feel satisfied to have experienced a specific service on your website. Again, we are not talking about sales immediately. Of course, if they're happy with the product, they might gonna be back to get another one or to get something more. That's absolutely fine. But if we are looking on a step back, we are looking at just a website that has been pleasant to read, very easy to achieve, to absorb the information, a pleasant overall good experience. So think what will be these 3 points that the user will remember you for. Okay, why they would like to, what's the primary goal for our website. Okay, so we talk about audience. We need to be extremely aware what our audience is, the kind of attention that we want them, which kind of people we want. Because again, we said volume is important, but quality, more quality is important. I don't know you guys, if you are marketing managers, or you're taking care of big website platforms. They're not even website, but platforms. We're talking about Amazon, Lazada, Alibaba, everything. Those, they work on volume, right? The target of audience of those websites is completely different from a kind of like a smaller version. It doesn't have to be the neighborhood, Kaya, I don't know, kue making stall. Could be something a bit bigger, but we need to understand the audience that we want has to be a very good quality, and they have to be there for a reason, right? For this, we need to find a hook. Why they're gonna be on our website. We need to find their focus. We need to find what they are looking for. We need to catch their attention. This usually happens on the first 3 seconds. What we also need is to find a way for them to come back, because if the attention span is very short, we don't want to completely lose them on the way. But we need to kind of like put like a seed on the back of their mind, back of the brain, for them to come back and check our website on a later stage. Okay, so this is also why when we build a landing page or a website, back to the discussion we had in the beginning, we'd also need to think which kind of experience we have to give at a certain point of time, right? So people might come to our website just for like a really short period. What we can give them to make them happy and satisfied, for them to come back again and have another kind of experience, a bit more in depth, for example. Okay. We also have to think of our takeaway. What is it? Why these guys will say, "Wow, that was a very good experience. It was pleasant. I had a good time." Also, these kind of feelings, usually people are not really able to say it out loud. When something pleasant happen on a website because we did a very smooth purchase, we don't really realize that things has gone well. Good. Usually we have this tendency of more criticize when something bad happened. So we are able to pinpoint exactly where things were not okay. You know, you said, okay, bad here, bad there, tararara. But then when somebody just asks why we were happy for something, we just say, yeah, it was good. But we are not really able to understand how. So, but this is where working on a bit of a psychology level on how we sell a service, how we make experience memorable, how we make a journey pleasant. We still have to make it. People will not really understand why they had a pleasant journey, but they will for sure come back because they felt good, happy, satisfied. So based on this idea of setting primary goals for your website, having a plan, right? Just really even like write on a piece of paper what you think are the most important things that your audience needs to do on the website. You have to go as specific as you can, really. Write down all the specific action that these users has to take when they are coming to your website, right? Why they should come there, when, if they have I don't know, a specific problem to solve in life or a specific moment in time, how they should be aware of what you're doing, how they're gonna understand which kind of product are you selling, how do you want them to experience the journey from the beginning to at the end of a purchase, right? You have to go as specific as you can. Try to answer to these kind of like 5 website goals. So this is food for thoughts for you guys. So discover. The first point is imagine how your website needs to be discovered, like why people are landing there. You know, there is so much, also so much crap around, right? How we can start to define what is not crap, not useful for us, but is actually giving us what we wanted. Again, time is very precious right now. We don't have so much time to browse and look for things. How your brand is going to be discovered. Imagine if you know, people that might have seen you on social media, right? They got captivated because you share a very useful tips on how to take pictures, for example, and you're interested in take better picture for your hobby, for your family, or even for a side gig that you have. So then you're gonna go and be captured with attention. You're gonna go discover that there are actually more things behind just a social media page. And then am I gonna land on the website where you're gonna describe your services even more further, and then is your selling point. Then you're gonna put together a call to action because you want to actually, you know, drive sales, right? All of this is to actually drive sales. When we talk about exploration, again, what we said before, think of your products, which kind of problems they solve, which kind of solution they provide, that might be in a different moment of time, right? Again, find a way to give to your audience something that is a takeaway for the beginning and something that might be later. We are again not talking about products or freebies or downloadable, but they are able to understand how you can help them in just like 3 steps. And they're going to say, oh, okay, you know, think about the photographer, for example. Like we used this example last Thursday. A photographer could help couples, could help people that they need a family shooting, people that they want to have a professional shooting, they want a pre-wedding photo shoot or wedding photo shoots, for example, right? Just quickly, for example, list down what are your specialties, right? You are good to do this, and this. without so many other like sprinkles and everything, just what you're good at, okay? So people will start to remember what you are, who you are, what you're offering. And the moment they need to know more about your service, like how you're going to conduct a pre-wedding photo shoot, how you're going to do family shooting wear and so on, they're going to come back on the website and they're going to explore more your offering. You're going to read all your description, all your content, examples, reviews, and so on. Okay, so then the other people that your audience most likely is going to do is try to understand other people. It's like to compare other servicing with yours, right? Of course, there are no not only one photographer in not in this country, not in this world that can provide exactly the same things. But then you have to figure out how you can really speak to your audience, understand that you are exactly what they need, right? This, of course, is gonna go hand in hand with the sales funnel. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you know, the sales funnels is this structure where a lot of people might be again interested in what they're aware what you do in the beginning. They might the moment they're gonna come back to you, they're gonna start to understand why you're better than some other, and just only that after that, when they are extremely sure that this is exactly what they want and you can satisfy their needs and offer their specific tailored solution, then they're gonna purchase, and then you're gonna drive, of course, the sales and get more engagement and so on, okay? So to get the engagement that you want from the right people, you need to really share what are your best and how you can help them. You have to get a very, very specific tailored proposition on for your services, right? You have to really describe it extremely well, be detailed. Suggestion will be also, for example, do some demos, offer sign up, give a small peek, like a sneak peek on what you're doing, how you do it. So people can start to familiarize, and they're gonna resonate with you. They're gonna see that they're gonna empathize. They're gonna feel connected with you, and most likely will come back. And this makes the difference from you and any other photographers. Okay. Again, the 4 points. Why people should buy your product. Describe extremely well with the right words, very clear, without, with the tone that resonates to your audience, exactly what they're gonna get with the specific service they buy. Okay, no jargon, no difficult over promises, just really clear list on what you get, what they're gonna get, at what time, how to use it, and so on. Let's use the photographer suggestion. I hope it's easier for you guys. If you have any other suggestion that you want to give me, just put it on the meeting chat and we start to brainstorm together. But imagine a photographer need to do a family photo shoot. In the description of before buying the package, I believe that it should write, for example, how long does it last, where should be conducted, how many people should be ideally should be involved, because if it's a too big family, you have 20 people, might not be extremely ideal. They will give a suggestion to have at least like 4 to, I don't know, I would say 8. It can also already say how much is the time of receiving, how long they will take to get the first I don't know, 10 batch of pictures, how long it's gonna take to have the last, I don't know how much they're offering, 100, and so on, okay? Very, very clear description of the product they are gonna get, because all of us knows that a photographer is gonna give us photographs, yes, of course, but how much more reassured we are gonna be if we know exactly what is gonna happen and when. How many pictures received, at the time, what is going to happen when the photographer is in the house, what should I do before the photographer comes in the house, what should I do after the photographer is left the house, and I don't know, I will need to set up the balance of the deposit, or that kind of thing. So everything well written down will 100%, 99%, I would say 100%, make people being extremely happy to buy that product, and then hit the buy button, okay? And then we have to think about how to share, because when we talk about the sales journey, similar to the sales funnel, okay? Sales funnel actually, in the past will stop to when the people will actually buy the product and will buy them once. But what we actually want and will drive more sales, we want the people that are already familiar with who we are, how we work, and which kind of service we provide. We want them to come back, right? And buy more, okay? How we can amplify the message of the products and the services that we are selling, how we can simplify the way, for example, of sharing the experience with friends and family. For example, I was very happy with this photographer, and I will likely recommend to my best friend, or for I want to gift it to a friend that had a newborn baby, right? How we can design pages, or this we are going back to landing pages, that, or like section of website that can easily be shared. We're not talking about social media also, but also how to really just copy paste a link and share it over WhatsApp. Which are the first like image we're going to see? How is going to be the description? Again, in the first few lines, we need to get and catch attention of another person that doesn't know what we are doing. Okay, and then the cycle will repeat. What we were saying in the previous slide about being aware, about finding a hook, and then get in the head of people and get them ready to come back. Okay, so when we talk about the user journey, or the sales, and actually a repeated sales journey, we need to really keep these 5 questions always in mind here. Just write it down on a post-it, and they are all it's only like a 5 why and how, right? So how they will discover your website. Think what is the hook, why they were interested in the first place. They saw you on a billboard, advertisement out in Orchard, or somebody has shared your landing page with somebody else, or you might have created a very nice video on Instagram that got instant views, and people will land on the website to know more. Okay, this is the first question. What they will explore on the website, how is the structure, how you display the information, how you cater to different audience, right? Because the website, we know that target audience is essential, is ideal, but one service might be able to target different target audience. Sorry if I go back to the same example we have on Thursday, but I think it's very useful. Again, let's think of these photographers. Am I gonna offer this service as a pre-wedding photograph, right? A pre-wedding photo shooting, and a couple that will get married soon might be interested to that product, but the same way maybe friends would like to give that same product, the same service to other people. Or imagine that advertisement campaign needs to have a photographer that is able to shoot a campaign where there are 2 lovers in a field, and they need that kind of aesthetic. So the audience is different. The product is the same, but how we can give them enough information for these three different kind of audience for them to be satisfied and then proceed with the buyer journey. Okay, so the website should be structured on a different way. For the third point, what will they try and how they will compare your product with? So try to understand how you can stand up from the market. You don't have to write, of course, I'm the best. This product is perfect for you. It's going to solve all your problems. Yes, million of other people will say that, but try to be as specific as you can. Why that kind of service is exactly what they need. So usually don't compare with others when you write your services, but just really this shoot is perfect because we're gonna be under 1 hour of time. So we're not gonna occupy more than 1 hour of your precious early morning weekend time. Or you can also offer the fact that these kind of pre-wedding photo shoot can be done last minute. Again, because it's only 1 hour and the picture gonna come out by the evening of the same day. Okay, so that will make people extremely happy and satisfied with your service, and we're gonna hit the buy button. Okay, again, why they will buy your, because your descriptions is extremely well made. You have samples, for example. You, for a photographer, you see already which kind of output other couples will obtain. There are reviews. There are, for example, freebies that they might have to download to prepare before the shooting. You can put together, I don't know, a 2-page guide on which kind of clothes this couple could wear to match the nature background they choose, or to match something in the house. You know, imagine that, you know, if they want to wear, I don't know, black and white, fine. But if they want something a bit more candid, spontaneous, more romantic, imagine the guide for the guy will be, I don't know, wear something beige, like a light colored chinos, white shoes, and then they're gonna have a set of guidelines also for the girl, where I don't know, small flower brown pattern, or try to use a more brownish color. So imagine it like that. Okay, I'm brainstorming like right now at the spot. And then fifth point, how they will share your brand. It's not only sharing, again, because you had a very good they had a very good service, but also how they will share online. Somebody else might be interested and they say, oh yeah, I know a couple that needs to get married, so maybe these things is useful. How they will share the page, I will say share the website, how they will I don't know, quickly your people, your audience be able to extract a bite-sized information that somebody else will need it to get aware that you're there. Again, can brainstorm together. Okay, you have to decide on the website pages and the content flow, you know, what the user will see first, which are the elements on the menu on top, and how it's gonna go from the home page to a detail page to a purchase page, and after, and this is how we call it a flow design. You have to keep all of these 5 questions in mind when you have to do this kind of, make these kind of decisions. Sounds a lot, actually, now that I realize and speak with it. Maybe for most of you might be a bit overwhelming, but I always say, let's think about common sense, you know. Let's really think what might be the most logical steps to do from the beginning to the end. A lot of things, a lot of decision might come from the heart and from a bit of, like, again, common sense. It might be the good one to start with. Okay, So you take your pen, you write down what you think is the best way to sell something, and then make your research and see what the others, like potential competitors are doing, and then you enrich and see how these things can be, your product can be better shaped. If you have any questions, again, go into the meeting, I call it like meeting chat here, I can see on the here on the side, and just jot down anything, we can brainstorm and think together. So think of your website as a storefront. I was using this example of having a very nice, beautiful window in front of, in Takashimaya in Orchard, in Nyan City, right? It's a beautiful window. All the products are really well displayed outside. And if the people like what they see, for sure they will come in, right? Of course, we need to think that not everyone will like the window, or not everyone will find what is in that window useful for them in that moment, but it's fine because we are selecting the right audience, the right target. The people that will actually need that kind of clothes, the kind of jewelry, whatever we see on this window in Taka will for sure come in to check better what's around, okay? So if people, they like the experience they have inside your physical shop, or inside your website, in this case, they for sure will come back again. They're gonna make a purchase, have sales, and they recommend it to others because they had a very pleasant time. They don't have to scavengers to find information. They don't have to open multiple pages. They are not redirected elsewhere. Everything they need is exactly where it should be in the fastest and more clear way as possible. Okay. We need to make the experience memorable. We are not have to sell products that they are life-changing, but we have to remember that that kind of product will solve a specific issue, and is from having a pre-wedding photo shoot faster to buy a new aromatherapy oil to sleep better. Okay, could be anything. Whatever the size of this experience, it has to be very pleasant, very memorable, and very like enriching. Okay, in this way, for sure, we'll come back. Then in the next section, before this slide here, we're gonna see how even like designing content is crucial, because again, it's your storefront, it's how people will see immediately your product. But for example, when we talk about content, right, because of course we need the description, nowadays, long form content are actually highly valued. But there is always a but. Imagine that you have to write an entire, you put a very big, very long text, right, on your website. Are the people going there to read it? Read it full? Do they have the time to do that? In my opinion, hardly. So what about, for example, create like in the beginning, like 3 main points that your content is talking about, like 3 key words, 3 small, tiny paragraphs, 2 lines. Amazing now, okay. 2 small paragraphs, 3 small paragraphs that your audience will immediately read and immediately get what you are talking about. If you have long text, break it into chunks, readable chunks. Try to highlight important words. Put some captions in between. So make it also visually easy to be scroll and absorb in few seconds. Okay. Of course, if people will have more time, they'll come back later. They're gonna maybe spend time to read the full essay, the full content. But first, try to make it easy to read in a glance. Okay. And this is why on a website, white space is extremely important. Okay, even in a slide, you have to put the most important words, most important concept, usually slightly bigger, and give them the right space, the right importance, right? Even if you write something extremely big, but all the words are all cluttered all around, paragraph, article and so on, most likely that kind of importance is gonna be taken away from all the distraction and things that are around, okay? When there is a lot of space, you feel that it's not everything crumpled, the content is easier to be scanned and absorbed. Maybe take a look or pay attention next time that you see a website. See how the information are displayed, and if you feel that they are well displayed, and you get exactly what you want from them. Most of the time, also a way to enhance the content is to pair the text with some visuals, right? With illustrations, photos, videos, animations. They help to break the text, the chunk of text, but also most of the time will be much easier for your audience to understand exactly what you are saying on the on your paragraph, on your content. So we have a very, very strong visual memory, right? Most of the time, an image will say more than 10 words. How we find the best images that express or enhance the content, we have to put it like below or after the image, right? So even when we choose what to show, of course, has to be well crafted, well thought, well planned. Another thing to help the user to increase the readability and to actually get towards the end of your text is to provide milestones, right? Show them where they are when they read something. Are they just in the beginning? So there's still a long way to go. They are half, so fine, or they are almost done. So this sense of timeline, this sense of where I am on a page will give reassurance. And if it's a long text, also will keep them going through and going towards the end. Again, I use the example of a book. A book is very easy to understand where you are and how motivated, keep you motivated to finish, because you I don't know, you read just until you visually see how much you need. So you say, okay, I'm already done with this. Let me finish. Imagine also when you were studying, maybe, right? Long, big books. If you visually see that you're almost towards the end, you're more prone to achieve and finish it to read. The same as for the content on your website. As a personal suggestion, I will always say break it and make sure you highlight the most important paragraph or concepts in a way that even people that really have zero time, they just skim through the page. And the fact there are 3 main points highlighted in a big font with a lot of space around will be enough, because people will memorize that. Okay. And this also we're gonna fall into the typography part, right? Typography is extremely important. I'm a visual designer, and I can tell you how fonts makes a huge difference in terms of size, big, small, or medium. Also depends of the style, right? We look at the font size. When you write something big, it catches the attention. Usually is a title, a subtitle, or a caption, or a big quote, for example, right? When the font is a bit smaller, is that it is a, it's still important to read, but it's more conversational. You get it after, you get it if you have time. So look now on the screen, right? So the paragraph is pretty long. Imagine that we didn't put any keep things interesting, break the monotony. It's going to be just a long text. Nobody's going to read that. Too much. Too much. Are you reading a book? No, you're reading a quick website. So keep the things interesting, break into chunks, add an image, add a video to support the text. It will be much easier for people to absorb exactly what you want them to take away from your website. Then another thing is the way we design the website, right? We have this immediate feeling that when we design a website or we think of a website, we're thinking on a large scale on the desktop, on your computer, second screen at your workplace, right? But what about we think how to replicate the same experience on the phone, right? Use yourself as example. How much time are you spending maybe commuting? How much time you're spending try to find quick information on your phone rather than, go home, open the computer and browse and check something. So what we should design first is to have the mobile version of your website in mind first on a small scale, okay? So create content for smaller screens to be absorbed on the go, to be absorbed fast. Then there is always time to enrich the experience, to make more text, more images, more videos. Once you are on a tablet, once you are on a desktop point of view, right? So think first as a mobile design and of course a responsive design. You guys know what is responsive design? Can you tell me? I don't really see your faces now, so I don't know how many people there still on with us. But guys, do you tell me what is a responsive design? Something that is responsive is something that is flexible, right? Something that could change appearance. Depends on the device. Let me see if somebody can answer. No. Okay, I don't see anybody. Let's have a clear example next. So this is very easy to remember comparison. When we design a website that is starting from the desktop point of view, right? An image will for sure fit a desktop view, for sure fits a tablet view, but if it's not adapted to a mobile view, it's going to be a disaster. Everything's going to be crumpled. Images are, you need to scroll to see the full image. Maybe the text is extremely long. Font is too tiny. Absolutely not a pleasant experience. If you design thinking how people can absorb information first on a mobile view, so what is going to happen the first part of the screen, on the middle part of the screen, on the bottom part of the screen, and then what happens if they scroll, what happens if they open a menu and so on. So then it will be much easier for design for a slightly bigger scales that the tablet will offer, and then for a desktop view. The way of sharing information is also very, very different. You have also to think about your audience. The photographer, right? A photographer can show their offerings in terms of picture on a small scale or of a website. How beautiful it will be to see the details of their pictures on a desktop view. So we need to make the audience understand how they can absorb some information on a mobile version of the website, but also tell them how they can experience something even better on a desktop point of view. Okay, so this is also a way to keep them engaged and to showcase even more of your product. Because on the mobile view, imagine is somebody that is on the go, fast and needs information quickly. let's give them what they want. So describe exactly what's your service, what's the solution you provide. But then if the experience has been pleasant and they find useful, what you have said for them, for sure they're going to come back. What we said before, what's the hook? You hook them, you get them. So they're going to come back for sure and maybe experience your service, your website on a more like in a calm pace at home, on a desktop view. And which is the experience? You have to enhance the experience by showing something more and better. Okay. Let's have an example with the news websites. This is very, very easy. You see, from the mobile point of view, the first screen, from a tablet point of view, and from a desktop point of view. Look how much more space we have on the desktop. But first, look at the important information that needs to be always present, right? We always have the logo in a different size, but audience needs to know exactly where they are, what should they look at. But also another important point that always needs to be highlighted is our sales point. So this website needs to collect users, so make them subscribe and pay a monthly fee for reading the articles. So look at the top right button. Is this red is catching the attention? Very red, very red, very red and very there. And it's written subscribe. On the tablet point of view, it doesn't have to take away the attention so much from the article because the user is there to read the article first and then to subscribe. Is still there, still on top of the menu, right? People are encouraged to sign in and to subscribe. But what is super important on the mobile point of view, mobile version is still to subscribe. So the button is there. You understand? So the primary goal of this website, that is for recurring users to read the articles, for new users to read the article, but also the second step will be to subscribe. So we always make sure that the action that we want them to make and perform is always there, easy to be achieved. But let's look also at the structure of this website and how the responsive design will not affect the information, will affect the way the information are displayed. But we are not going to make things, we are going to prioritize the section of the website. We are just not scratching out. Okay, website, desktop, it doesn't mean is a good experience. Mobile is not a good experience because you don't have information. Are just displayed on a different way. Okay, so you can see we maintain the menu part and the header always there. Okay, you can also see that the advertisement part, the small banner with the ribbon that I think was red on the side, that will encourage the user to share the page, share the membership, gift it to somebody, because again, this is another sales point. Very clear call to action for the user to do. Okay, so it's always there. But then see how the informations are displayed, right? The main article is the one that has an image on top, a title, and a subtitle. Okay, and this is exactly what stays on the three versions. On a bit smaller size for in the last or in the mobile option, right? And see how the second important element is the column on the right hand side, right? Where you can see again another picture, okay, the title and the author. Okay, so this one will be slightly more precise when we talk about the tablet, but then we'll place it below on a small, like really bite-sized way shape to get there. So the purple part, that is the not super important, is gonna stay even below on the tablet, And when in the mobile view, now in this case, we cannot see, we'll need to scroll even more. But the header, the menu, and the main, most important information of the day, that is this article about USA, will always be visible clearly there. Okay? When you design for your audience, you have also to think of the experience they have in terms of visuals, right? My suggestion is to always, if you are the one that has to create images, think about the pixel size, the crispiness, you cannot put up something that is blurry and bad looking. I was looking at my phones. Now, nothing will require an extremely big equipment to take photographs. iPhones are extremely good, or even Samsung, they have Leica lenses, are very good to put up images, right? But on website, it's much easier for the user to have your website loaded faster if the images are not extremely heavy. Okay, you know that all images, as bigger you're going to shoot them, the resolution is going to be always 72 dpi. Not sure if you're aware of that. When you have to print something, it's better to have a higher density per pixel. On website is very small, and it's much better to keep them as light as possible, because will help to load your website faster. There are a lot of tools that can do this for you for free. You can see the image, and if you are like looking, even if you're going closer to the screen, you don't see much difference, but actually the one below is slightly smaller. Website that have a lot of videos and pictures, big and fantastic, might not be a very good choice, because I don't know if you experience, but if you wait more than 2 or 3 seconds for the website to load, people might gonna leave the page and go somewhere else, because we don't have time. We want everything immediately and fast. So keep the images quite light. Another thing is trying to keep your website accessible for different kind of audience. Unfortunately, we are not all very sharp on our eyes and very good on our ears. Audience people are very broad, right? And we want to be reachable by everyone and be inclusive. So there are a lot of search engines that they work with also voice navigation. They need to know what the image is describing. Okay, so we need to correlate our image with a short description saying what we see there, because the search engines are good to see. They're gonna see exactly what is the image, so it's good for indexing your website. And it's also be good for people that might be like, they have like visually, some visual issues, right? On the side, you see, just write 2 dogs, 1 white, 1 black, with the funny bandanas are posing for the camera. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a very, very long essay, just a short description on what's your image. I'm pretty sure that Instagram also allows you to do that. You're posting. Most of the website, the moment you upload an image, there'll also be like a space below, inviting you to just write a short description. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the small kittens on the bottom part. You were talking about SEO and content optimization, right? Some of you might be familiar, some other not. But I kind of like use this kind of comparison because, again, visually we are very powerful. Imagine this. This is a small, smart spider. It's a funny one. Not creepy. Spiders are nice, actually. They're very useful. They eat insects. They're nice. Google made a smart bot that looks like a spider. Okay, something that is moving fast with method. This one is a librarian for a digital library. okay? It finds new web page links, it reads new and updated content and adds it to the library's digital catalog, the index. So this guy is there to absorb information, okay? Those are the crawlers, right? The bots are crawling on the web pages any given time, always. And this is how the index stays up to date, because they are keep looking for information. They never stops, right? If you want the bot to crawl and come to your website, has to read the correct information to be able to catalog it. And we are the one that give them, yeah, there are many, the right information. We are the designers that gives the right information to these, I like to think about spiders because they're really like moving around quickly and fast. Okay, so the bot for sure will read that part first, okay? Then because it's white, big, and it has a very strong background to stand out for sure it will read the one below because it's a subtitle, again, big and big contrast. Then we'll read the tagline below, and then might read the like a support text on the last because it's the smaller, right? So the hierarchy here doesn't go only from top to bottom, like in order. Okay, it's not 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 because the small one is on top, but here will be what's the biggest first, the biggest and the most contrasted in terms of design. And then we'll go down into what's the second big, what's the third, and what's the fourth, and so on. Okay, when we design a website and we use these really quick tools that help us to put together a landing page in a few minutes, like Framer, Squarespace, Wix Studio, Canva AI, also Notion, guys. We'll always have these tag to help you to understand what's the heading, what's the second heading, and the third. H1, biggest. H2, header 2. H3, header number 3 in terms of size, and then so on with the content on the paragraph, the captions, body, and so on. If you want to put something extremely important that needs to be read first, you have to make it big and standing out more in terms also of design and color. We want the people to subscribe to a newsletter, to read a newsletter, to click on a banner. Usually has to stay on top and has to be quite okay big, doesn't have to be extremely disrupting for the user to absorb the right information on the website, but it's supposed to be always there. So what we say on the Atlantic example, they want to share the membership and to gift it to somebody, they put a small line with a nice ribbon on the side that is always going to be there. So the ribbon is red, so visually it's captured attention, as well as the button on top, but it's always be there in all pages. You're gonna on purposely like not see it, don't want to see it and keep scrolling, but in case you still want, it's always there. Those are marketing strategies. Okay, so let me try also, like we are a bit sensitive of time. Okay, let me go a bit faster now, guys. We have an interruption of a few minutes. So I might be stretching this for a few minutes. I'm trying to be faster, okay? So when you are designing for optimizing your content and think about SEO, you have to organize your content to provide answers, okay? Again, the same soup I said since the beginning. People will have to look for solution on their issue. They want to find quickly answers. They make their way to your website because they might have seen it a small social media before or a small newsletter somewhere. So You have to provide a solution, and people will come to you. If you give freebies, if you have a free newsletter that give us already small information how to achieve something, okay? Then the moment you're gonna put together a buy page, or the user will be ready to buy your service, for sure there's gonna click on the buy button and enjoy the offers later, okay? You have to make sure that your content is organized for indexability. So you have to write your content in a way that the bot can follow the path, right? We say header 1, header 2, header 3, paragraph, body, captions, okay? This is not only useful for the bot to index your website, but most important is for audience to absorb the information in the right way, to understand what's the most important things on the website, to absorb concepts in a glance, skim through the page, okay? So you have to organize your content for the user intent, right? The user wants to know something, wants to go somewhere, wants to do perform a specific action, and want to actually buy something. So if I use the example of wanting a chocolate milkshake, you know, as a user, imagine it, I want to know how many calories are in a chocolate milkshake. So information needs to be displayed very well. We cannot write, this one has a lot of calories, or this one has really little calories. I really want to know numbers, how many, maybe even better if there is a breakdown. How much is sugar, how much is protein, how much is fat, how much is salt, sodium, and so on. But user want to also know wants to drink the chocolate milkshake, where to go. There is to be written where to buy in a supermarket, on a shelf, on a shop, can be delivered at your place, you can subscribe a membership that will always be delivered every month. I don't know, just brainstorming. I want to make a chocolate milkshake. So you can also provide a different experience, and not only selling your physical product, but you can also suggest how to make the same at home. Also, this one is a very, very good marketing opportunity because you might gonna think that you're gonna give to your audience a way to don't purchase anymore your product, but you're gonna tell them how to make a chocolate milkshake always at their place. So you know, a fun family moment that you can share with your kids, or if you want to surprise your date, or so on. But you can also sell already the ingredients and say, yes, I'm gonna show you how you can make the chocolate milkshake at your on your place, but I'm providing you all the ingredients, so you don't have to go crazy on supermarkets and have leftover at home. This is another very good way to sell another kind of service. For example, if you want to order a chocolate milkshake online because you don't want to make it yourself, you need something ready, how to make that experience extremely smooth, not hidden. I just want to buy a very good chocolate milkshake. I don't want to go to Grab and input my data. How to do it, order it in order that is outside my door in a few minutes. Okay, so people and users might want to know, again, information first. They want to know how healthy, unhealthy, what are the ingredients in that milkshake, because then they can make their own decision if they want to go ahead, purchase it or not. But they need to have enough information. Okay, when we think about they want to purchase the milkshake, so where is located? Where should I get this milkshake? Where should I go? The address, the map. How do I get it? Timing. If it's a physical shop, how the shop looks like. Where is it in the map? So give as many information as the user need also in that kind of section. If the user want to experience something, you know, and is in the verge of purchasing that product, give them pictures. You know, you have to see the product like is almost on your hands, wishing to have it extremely fast, because pictures are showing you how good it's looking, how refreshing it's gonna be, how other people has enjoyed that experience first and they actually wrote down reviews. Share any kind of experience that the user will get the moment will have the milkshake on their hands. And then this goes again hands in hand with the product information. When you need, you are almost there to buy, show immediately how much is the price, included on GST, not included. If there is something, some extra that they might gonna receive, or they're might gonna collect points, and so on. Okay, let me go a bit quickly, guys, because today was 1 hour and a half, but we have an interruption of a few minutes. So if you have other 10 minutes for me, it will be fantastic. Okay, so let's look into a product that might help you to help you to see what's your what your user are looking for. Okay, it's a very quite nice tool. It's called Answer the Public and it's free. Okay, you can, even while I'm talking, you can just experiment yourself. Just open this website. It's called Answer the Public. And you're gonna be welcomed by a page where you have a search bar. Input the same word that I did, that is travel, and a big wheel will come up where it's gonna be looking all these the most common search options that the user are looking regarding the word travel. Okay, so it's a very nice infographic. In this case, you see there are people saying, asking Google search if travel insurance is worthy, is travel credit cards worthy, how to travel during pregnancy, if somebody that is pregnant can travel. Let me see some other a bit different. Which insurance is easy to be claimed, and so on. The colors, the color coding is also helping you to understand which are the topics that are searched the most and which are searched the less. This one is helping you to understand what the user are needing, right? In this case, there are a lot of people asking about, like average, a good number of people asking information about travel while pregnant. And a lot of people actually asking about insurance. Let me see where they are. Yeah, where is it? Which travel insurance is worthy? Which kind of travel agencies are worthy? Which travel insurance should I get? Which travel car should I use in Osaka? So more things regarding money. So try to input any kind of topic that might interested you or your business or website, and understand how people are approaching that kind of service, that kind of like questions, and which kind of answer you can provide on your website. Okay, so let's go quickly, very quickly, to see four analytics, four services that you can use for free right after these minutes together, because you can immediately implement and experiment with and implement on your website. I don't know if you guys have heard about Google search. I think so. Google Analytics, my favorite. Metapixels, that was a part of Facebook, and Hotjar. Hotjar, very, very interesting. Okay. As we said in the beginning, analytics tools give you a wealth of data to understand the user behavior and makes informed changes. The moment you have data, you have information of your users. Search, Google Search Console. This is how does it look like. It's a free platform that helps you to track and analyze your website SEO performance over time, right? So there is always like a timeline in the graph. This is a normal line graph. Is telling you on the number of clicks towards a span of a year. No, less, yeah, 6 months. 6 months. Okay. In this way, you can understand you can identify the troubleshoot technical and page performance issue. When you see, a line goes down drastically, something has gone wrong. How to, for example, improve the website and make it more search engine friendly, right? Okay, so it gives you also a number to understand what are the total clicks over a span of time, the impressions, and the average of position of your website on the search engine. Just to have the top 3 things that are important to be remembered when we use Google Search Console is the keyword ranking. So this is why also writing the right content, indexing correctly, using alternate text for your image is important, because everything will help your website to go higher. So keyword rankings, impression, organic traffic, they're gonna see the average position and the click-through rate. How many people click on specific part of your website, okay? It's also confirmed that the Google crawlers, the spiders, are properly indexing your web page. And every of your web pages, not only one, right? Everything is actually well organically indexed well, and is also able to identify the troubleshoot page experience, and in case if you have mobile issues, something that is not loading well on mobile because it's too heavy, videos are breaking and so on, you might gonna see it on the Google search because people are not able to reach that part of your website. Google Analytics, this is very addictive also, I tell you. I installed it on my website one long time ago, and when I was a young designer. This one is quite interesting because they start to make you aware of the kind of demographics you have on your website. Which kind of people are coming in, where they come from, at what time of the day. You're gonna understand a lot of which kind of users, more or less, because this is not going to be shared private information. You're not going to see I don't know who is it. You're not going to have address or names, but you're going to see, for example, rather than the top countries where your visitors are, you're going to see the age, you're going to see the time of the day they are visiting the website. You're going to see also where they come from. If they're coming from just they're Googling your name, so that will be very good. Or if maybe your website is being listed somewhere and they come from a magazine, let's say, I don't know, best 5 wedding photographer in Singapore. So the Google Analytics is gonna tell you exactly where these people are coming from, okay? They're gonna also see if you're able to complete the journey and you're going to hit the buy button, how many products or services the user has actually effectively purchased. There you're going to see pattern, you're going to see trends on the user engagement depending on a certain, for example, time of the year or time of the day, because on Ghost month, usually on August, no weddings are celebrated, not shooting, not so on. So for sure, you're gonna see that there is a bit of a lower income of purchase for your product. But maybe there are people that are very interested in that time of the year because they are getting ready for weddings a couple of months after. So you're gonna use that kind of information to push more. Rather than buying the product, to push more information regarding your product. Okay, so the 3 top things that you need to remember when we use Google Analytics is that is helping you to know who was on your website, which kind of users are interested in your services, which kind of language they speak, where they come from, which cities. Maybe, again, with the example of a photographer, yes, you might gonna have like a lot of clients from Singapore, But there are a lot of clients that might be coming overseas and wanted to have a shooting in Singapore. So maybe you're targeting people from Indonesia, people from Thailand, that they want to have our beautiful sceneries for their wedding memories. Okay. Quickly, we look into Meta Pixels, and in the past it's called Facebook Pixel, and it collects data that helps track conversion from Facebook and Instagram advertisement. What is really important here, and suggestion we give, is to start running Meta Pixel way before you starting your campaign, not putting it up exactly the moment you have your campaign to track the what's the name, the way that your ads is running, but do it before. So start to collecting the users and your audience habits. For then you target your the moment you have to start your campaign, you're going to be able to target even better. Okay, so use the conversion tracking in this case. Show how people interact with your website after viewing your Facebook or Instagram advertise to gain insight. Use retarget ads for people that might already visited your website, have left, and need to come back. So try to understand how to keep them engaged again. And then create lookalike audience. So try to figure out which are your target users that have similar likes, similar interests, similar demographics, and they are able to interact better with your website because you are targeting a much larger audience interested in exactly what you want, what you sell. Last one, okay, guys. Hotjars. Oh, this one is quite cool because it's showing you how your audience are actually scanning your website, what are more attracted and what people are actually not paying so much attention. And then you have to understand where you position the important things that you need for them to read first, right? So you can see in the example on the screen, the bottom, right? The button on top right that for sure is going to be subscribe or pay or try is the one that has been the most seen, along with the second item in the menu that I'm pretty sure is services. Okay, so people are looking at the first the two prominent colorful items. And then if you look below, if there is even a row of images, the one that they look first is going to be the one on top on the far left. And the other one is going to be just a bit missed. So make sure that every time you line up your services, the most important one is the first, and then you go down with your hierarchy. Okay, you're going to see these kind of heat maps are gonna show how is the user behavior, where they're gonna go, how they are discovering the services on your website, which are the elements they see first and which are the elements they see after. The super important thing that you're gonna see also where people are frustrated, where maybe they keep clicking and they are not able to perform what they want. So again, a way for you to improve next time. Use feedback and surveys to learn what the user thinks, and then try to collect feedback on individual pages for the product features to learn what people will love on that product and what they need to see more. More information, more images, a wider carousel. They don't actually need carousel, maybe they need more short videos, and so on. Okay. So a website are the moment you put together a website and you want to keep it up and alive to be optimized, that's the right way to do it, because you need to understand regularly what are the areas that needs to be improved. You know, you might be you're smart, you're going to put together a website that is working exactly in the beginning first, but I'm 100% that will need some improvements along the way. The fact that you're using these 4 tools to check how the user are perceiving your website is going to be much helpful for you to make a better product even later. Okay. In case, again, you want to build a one-page website, like use Wix Studio, Framer, Squarespace, Webflow, but even like a Notion AI is good for a landing page. Canva AI is also good, is helping you to just put it together in half a day, even less, few hours, because there is a no code or low code engine to help you do that. Use AI to understand how to optimize the process, like use ChatGPT to better understand how to improve specific areas of a website that people might not be able to achieve. It's described very well the problem, and ChatGPT will help you to find and brainstorm a solution. Okay. Is it still somebody here with me? I don't know, because I don't see your faces, guys. So what you need to do is optimize with an action plan. Let's look at it a bit faster. Conduct a website audit. So you have to understand what's the current website performance, okay? Try to use a very good responsive design that is mobile compatible. Improve navigation and make it pleasant. You have to make a very, very pleasant experience for your user to navigate on your website. Right color, right images, and follow everything you're on the brand identity. You have to make it faster on this experience. Short videos, compressed image, text pages that are well break in chunks, so people will bite size. Will absorb the information on bite size. Refine the SEO and the content, use keyword research for the crawlers to index very well your website. Try to develop a clear and compelling call to action, make the user understand exactly what they need to do to buy, to try, to download your product, and keep using these website analytics to improve your website and follow your user behavior. You might have everything, in mind. It's called common sense to understand how the users are around your website, but the data are giving you best quality data, okay? Last part, be curious. Make sure that you are following the latest trends in web design and SEO. Just check webinars, free workshop, Google around. There is a lot of material out there that you can still absorb, and seek feedback and iterate. Understand what your user likes and what don't by asking them directly. Okay, so everything that we talk today is not something that you do once, but website optimization is always an ongoing process. It's not a one-time task. And with this, we have done, guys. So if you're still there with me, I will suggest you to just take your phone, scan the QR code, and maybe later on just compile the feedback form we are pushing to you. And we are going to give you $5 discount on your next Grab ride to go home from a long day of work, or hang out with friends, or if you are late for I don't know, drinks this weekend. This is going to be handy for you. If you're interested in to know more what is behind the content strategy and the brand storytelling, next Tuesday we have a workshop. Sorry, I got an information. There is no, sorry. Okay, thank you, Shalom. There is no the Grab discount this case, because is not on the, we're part of another thing, because this one is in Explore Digital, sorry. So if you have a feedback to give us, please let us know. It's going to be extremely useful to design the next webinar. If you want to be part of the strategy and brand storytelling, how to build a landing page in 5 minutes. I will say this is quite useful, and we are talking on things that we talked today. We're going to do it more in depth for next, what is it? Wednesday? Thursday? yeah, Thursday, during a bit before lunchtime, early morning. So this is gonna be fun, guys, and a lot of practicals. Okay. And then the last one, I can see also Michelle say something. Last one is how to build a custom GPT for your work life. Is going to be next Saturday. Let me go back into the party of the action plan. Here we go. Michelle, this one, right? So let me, that's the link for the feedback form, guys, if you want. Let me go here. Oh. It's gonna look like this. And this, like Michelle was asking, is the third part of the action plan. Okay, one is stay updated with the trends and the best practice. Be always curious to know what's out there and how to improve your services by attending webinars, workshop, check on website. Okay, good. Thank you, Shalom. And the other thing is ask directly your users with the feedback forms. Feedback are always good to ask the moment you are providing a service, right? People will more be inclined to give feedback the moment you give to them something back after the feedback, like a freebie, a discount, you know, something extra on the service and so on. So what we have to remember that implementing these changes and website optimization is always an ongoing process, not something that you do once and then you have to you can forget it for a year. You don't have to look at it every day, but on a campaign basis, like monthly or quarterly basis, is good to see what are the results of that campaign and how to improve when there are things that are maybe not working very well. Okay. I hope that was enough, guys. Thank you so much for being with me for almost 2 hours. It's a pleasure. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And again, if you want to connect, this is the information. If not, I'm gonna see you next week. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.